Perfect. Hello, everyone. Pleasure to have you, everybody here. Alex, as always, host for Phoenix Holdings. You know the drill. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. And we actually got finally Cryptware project here with us. I'm gonna let the gentlemen introduce themselves. You have the floor. Whichever one of you guys wants to start, go ahead.
Hey guys, so first thanks for having us. I'm Naga, I'm the co-founder of the project as well as the digital director. And I'll just let the guys introduce themselves before we start speaking for an hour.
Go ahead, Zoo.
No.
Well done. Well, I'm Zoo. I also got my discussion group, and well, we all have been in the crypto space for several years. Have been doing a couple of projects, and well, we finally met up here in Dubai all together. We're all Dubai residents, and we like Naga and Young B are the founders of this project. And for example, Ash and me doing the marketing. We also got a smart contract developer. I didn't see him here so far. We got a D-app developer, as well as we got a legal consultant. Since we're all doing this as a legal company, I would say, Ash, would you go on?
Well, I think Zoo introduced everyone. Most of you here are friends, actually, with most of you, Squale, RC, all of you guys, Sir Titan. Thank you guys for having us. As we've been talking about this for some time already, the hype has been started in different private groups and so on. Cryptware, I'm not going to go into the details, but really this is a project that's very dear and near to my heart. I was involved, I think, 2-3 weeks ago when I met the whole team at once. I was very, very inspired with the project, and honestly, we'll pitch it to you today. We'll explain to you the vision. We'll explain to you where we're going, and we believe you're gonna as well be very impressed with the whole scope of the project.
Definitely. So far so good. Sounds exactly how I pretty much expected. I'll be honest with you guys. I think I mentioned this in the beginning. I kind of sneaked on other AMAs that you guys had because I was looking forward to finding out more. On some occasions I couldn't actually attend the full ones, but now that I have you guys here, you're all mine, and I'm gonna probably find out everything that I wanted to know from the beginning. My first question, as a standard question, aside for how did you guys start the crypto business, because we kind of figured that out. Before we dive into what the project stands for, tell me how did you, or who came with the idea, and what was your main inspiration? Cryptware. Where did it all started?
So just to tell you more about the background with Cryptware, and by the way, guys, sorry for the delay on my camera. I hope that you can hear me well. It's just coming from our experience. I'm a digital director myself. I've been working in this industry, the music industry and VFX and streetwear industry for more than 12 years now. And I've been doing this in Dubai for years and years, working with different artists, releasing music videos, doing VFX and contents, etc., etc. And with Young, my partner and co-founder of the project, we decided to do the exact same thing that we're doing, which means bringing artists composing music, releasing music video, creating events, and using our crypto experience as the bridge between the streetwear and hip-hop culture and the blockchain industry. Basically, that's how the idea came up.
Interesting affiliation that you guys actually accomplished, not try to. Still, I mean, you're looking at a let's say triple threat here. Correct me if I'm wrong, streetwear times hip hop times blockchain project. Did I understand this correctly so far?
That's correct. Cryptware encompasses three different things: a production studio where we're shooting our music videos, short movies, TV shows, and web series. We have a record label where we're signing artists, organizing concerts, releasing mixtape and shows, and we have a fashion house. And by the way, We are legally opening the LLC now in Dubai, and it will be ready before the minting phase. So it's literally a label, a production and label / street warehouse that we are building there. And everything is well connected anyway. That's from the same culture.
Exactly what I wanted to mention, Naga. The fact that you guys are combining these variables, which are if we dissect them, they're operating in the same niche, but have extended roots in other areas of interest. Plus the fact that you guys already have the record label and the fashion house, and you're opening the LLC just in time, I'll say, before the minting starts. Since we kind of touched that topic, when will the minting start? Just as a curiosity, of course.
Minting should start most likely, and we will confirm an exact date, third week of June. We are going to have a supply of 5,000 NFT at a minting price, and I'm going to say it in dollars, but that's going to be based on the Ethereum chain, and it will be launched on the OpenSea marketplace. But it's at a minting price of $300, and really, really soon we're going to confirm the price in ETH. And the only way to get a whitelist, an NFT, not a whitelist, is to do to get an allo list. That's the new term. So you have, I'll say it, be whitelisted to get an NFT.
Just to add to what Naga is saying, so now the new term is allow list, because whitelist is too white between brackets. So, but also to add to that, actually, our allow list has already more than 600 people that have registered. On top of that, we have around 300 that have been given allocations from private groups. So we're at 1,000, and we didn't even really start pushing things too hard. So it's kind of really going well. At the end of the day, we are not trying to make this a project that's going to be only blockchain related. It's really going to be, the NFT is the start, the NFT is the genesis. However, the genesis is going to lead into really the growth of the project and the extension of everything. I think there is a lot that we're going to be discovering and exploring and also discussing with you today. So we want everyone to not see it just as an NFT project. It's really like a startup. It is a startup at the end of the day.
Ash, are we already finished with the pre-mint completely? I guess, like for people interested, there are also possibilities to get into the pre-mint.
Yeah, so the pre-mint, basically we had two parts in it. We had the collaboration with the collectors NFT that failed, unfortunately, in 5 minutes, and that was very fast. Every time I refreshed, it was like increasing. However, we still have some seats on that pre-mint, and there would be some other allow lists that we're gonna be sharing soon.
I was actually about to ask, you guys kind of made me curious. Sure, I mean, I could definitely probably wait and hope that I would get on the so-called new term allow list. But yeah, let's just face facts. If I want to mint, if I want to be sure that I'm going to get a spot, what would I need to do in terms of a regular potential investor? I'm interested in the project, that's for sure. But I don't have a guaranteed spot. So what would I do?
Grind the Discord, my friend.
Grind the Discord.
Yeah, make sure to follow our socials, Twitter, Discord, and we're gonna have, and we already started a few competitions. We're gonna have different competitions with giveaways. You guys can attend to our AMAs. You can participate to the competitions. You can make sure to be active on all our socials and mainly Discord, and get your chance to get an NFT. Allow list.
Actually, a good possibility to talk about other contests. Like right now, we got a beatmaker contest going, as well as a actual rap contest afterwards. But I guess, like, Naga, could you say a bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So as we said, let me a bit of the project and the partners themselves, right? So it's too easy to just say we have the experience, we have the contacts, we have this and that, right? But we just wanted to start the project with proof of work. And that's why we already partnered with a few influencers and artists that are not only just promoting us, but join the project. And we released a first music video in collaboration with a big artist from North Africa 3 weeks ago, and the music video is already up to 26 million views right now. The cover of that music video is one of the NFT, the rare NFT that is representing the artist, and it has been shared by Deezer, it has been shared by Spotify, it has been shared by many companies and institutions. Since one of the core things that we are doing is linked to music, we decided to do a few competitions directly linked to that. We started with a beat making competition where we asked producers and beat makers to create their own beats and to win different prizes, such as featuring with a big singer or rapper. We will flying him or her in Dubai, and we will potentially sign him under the Crypt label. We are doing the same, and we're going to start soon the rapping competition. It's a worldwide competition; anyone can participate. And same here, the winner with NFT will be able to. We're going to bring him in Dubai. We're going to shoot a music video for him, and we are going to basically produce his first song. So the good thing is that, as I said, we have all the contacts that we need. And with the company that we are building, we had few meetings with different PR agency, for example, that will connect us with brands. On the other side, we have our own artists generating millions of, and yeah, that's where it starts.
Before we go ahead and talk about, because I want, as much as you guys probably want this, I want the community and the people that are joining and are already here with us to understand this is not a NFT project. I'm going to share the white paper for people to see and to pretty much to dig in on exactly what I'm looking at right now. This is an entire ecosystem, and I've been saying this. Probably some of the members already know. I've been saying this for a lot of time. Something similar, if not exactly what you guys are tackling, should have come along on the market, because at some point a project, I don't even remember the name because they never actually developed their idea and brought it to a concept. They tried to somehow combine NFTs with music. Again, I couldn't name them because I don't know, they simply never brought the idea forward, but this needed to happen. Let me be kind enough to share this to the community so they understand exactly what I'm talking about. The hype in my voice right now is real, you guys, because it's not just an NFT. I mean, if it would have been an NFT, you guys could imagine they would have chosen Solana as a network. But the fact that they're going in Ethereum means probably longevity and expansion, at least in my opinion. The team can definitely probably vouch more than what I'm saying. So let's actually dig into what is the entire ecosystem. We spoke about the CNFT. That's how it's called on your white paper. These are the NFTs. We understood a bit about what could be shared. You guys tell me more about the ecosystem. How did you envision the ecosystem itself? How is it going to function?
Well, as you said, and well said, Crypt is not only an NFT project. It's just, or as Ash said, startup or a company, right? So the NFT is just the trigger for us. It's just a way for us to add new innovative interactions with payment system, etc. To me personally, I really think that everyone is talking about NFT, but that's just the beginning. You're going to see more and more NFT acceptation in the next following month, and we are just again trying to do what we do the best, which is producing, composing, and creating, using the NFTs to as a payment system or as collectibles or anything. So when it comes to the utilities and use case behind these NFTs, we have a few. So the main one is that NFT gives you access to wide range of events that we are doing worldwide. We already have a close deal and have events ready to start in the next following weeks and months. So, for example, by the end of the month and right after the launching phase, we're going to have a youth party in Dubai with more than with 100 people, influencers, DJ, and artists here in the youth. We also have a big music show concert in North Africa, and if you know, guys, the Zenith, it is how it's called, and we're gonna have like thousands and thousands of people in a big concert music show sponsored by Crypt and fully branded with Crypt. So that's the kind of events we are going to. We are gonna have different events around the world, fashion shows, music shows, etc. We also have virtual events such as a holographic show or different virtual shows that we already did here in Dubai with different big companies. And that's one of the big utility behind the NFT, but that's not all. Of course, the NFT will, for example, give you access to what we call the C app, which will be available at launch. And the C app is just an interactive staking platform, which uses a raffle system. And you basically connect your wallet to the platform. It will check if you hold an NFT or more. And the only thing you have to do is to insert those C drive, virtual floppy disk in a virtual computer on a daily basis, once every 24 hours, to get the chance to win different prizes. You can win stable coins, you can win flight tickets, you can win clothing brands and apparel, you can win private keys that has different NFTs, Mr. Box, etc., etc., etc. So this is the second utility. But the thing that we are trying to build with Cryptware is the identity of the project, right? Because we are pretty creative and we, as I said, we have the context. So when it comes to the NFT themselves, they are represented by 3D characters inspired by a cyberpunk vibe / streetwear culture. And those characters, what we want to do is to make them live through our projects and partnerships. So, as I said, we have on one side people that are generating millions of views, and I'm not just talking about 3 or 4, I'm talking about 30, 50 million views, because the North African market in terms of in the hip hop industry, music industry is booming right now. And what we want to do is that we take those partners and artists, we make partnership with brands and through ads and other things and events, and we use our character and integrate those characters to any media we can produce. So if you get one of the Cryptware NFT today, you might see it tomorrow in an ad with Adidas. Who knows? I'm saying Adidas, it might sound big, but this is something really doable and possible due to the amount of views and interactions we have with the community. And if we need to talk about numbers, we've launched our Instagram, I'd say 10 days ago. We already up to 18,000, so 18.3 thousand followers. We have our own YouTube channel with more than 150,000 subscribers that we're gonna officially release soon. And we just started Twitter 2 days ago, and it's going pretty well. We are gonna reach 2,000 soon, and same on Discord, and yeah, it's doing pretty well. So that's for the use case.
The entire ecosystem kind of blows my mind because you're connecting the pieces pretty much exactly as I mentioned in the chat. I was sharing this with the community. This is just, again, you guys, it's just my opinion because I'm into the project. Actually, I'm just so happy that you guys are here, the three of you, to explain more and to kind of, let's say, fuel my curiosity. As I've said, I've been spying a bit on you guys on other AMAs, but to be able to ask all my questions, it's a way different level, and it's quite interesting how you guys are connecting everything from even from the staking. The staking itself is on top of what it means to stake a product itself. it's giving me the investor, the potential investor, because I haven't won a spot yet. It's giving me the opportunity to win. You said at each 24 hours on a daily basis, different prizes. So that's another incentive. People might have a question: why should I stake? Aside for what staking means, this is why you should stake. I've read somewhere that I can get access to a club that gets me, let's say, private event access. Is that correct?
That's totally correct. And you have to come in Dubai to realize how big it is, because that's where it starts. It doesn't mean that we're going to be staying only in Dubai, but the private club, that's exactly what it is, right? If you look at any other institutions or companies such as Supreme or others, we are trying to build something strong, an identity, right? Linked to the culture, the streetwear, and the music. So that's why we insisted, all of us, that for this project, we have to meet in person. We have to work together. So, for example, today I was sitting with Ash in a coffee, having a coffee here, and we met the full team here in Dubai. The full team is based in Dubai, and we are trying to not outsourcing anything. So from the smart contract, the DApp, the content, or the marketing, everything is being handled in-house. And that's where it starts. When it comes to the private club, especially here in Dubai, you can get access to a lot of different events. Now, our plan is to start creating a group of people, creatives, and start working together, not necessarily working on contents and media, but starting to, creating events and do a lot of stuff. Of course, at this stage, there are a lot of things that we can't share on that AMA because we want to leave the surprise. But yeah, we've been working on different things, and the private club, yeah, it's just a way to do networking, to connect creative people, and yeah, that's basically it.
And if I might just add one thing, would allow me, guys. I don't know who from you has been here before, but like lately, and we've been discussing this as a team as well, the NFT boom here in UAE and in Dubai specifically is huge. Like even the government right now is supporting it. I've received an NFT. I don't know if I told you about this, guys. I received an NFT from Dubai police. Like this is massive. It's a massive market when it comes to NFTs and when it comes to actually supporting NFT projects. The UAE and Dubai specifically supports a lot when anything that's innovative, that is new, that wants to create a better future, and so on and so forth. And we believe that in the next couple of years, Dubai is going to be definitely the hub for blockchain and decentralization and so on. Miami has been very big on this for the last couple of years, but we believe in the future, really, the focus will be on Dubai, and from Dubai will be spreading out. We focused necessarily or mainly on the MENA region, just because obviously we have very good connections. Naga has been in the production industry for the last 10 years in Dubai. Zoo has been with us as well, and he's been creating his network when it comes to business, when it comes to development, and so on and so forth here in Dubai. I've been working in Dubai as well for the last 10 years. I've developed my network when it comes to brand and so on. And that's why actually Naga brought up Adidas, because we had some sort of meeting related to that. And I'm not going to talk a lot about this. But there is a lot to be done, to be honest with you. And the fact that we are being all based here gives us a wide reach, and the fact also that we guys come from the same community as you. We deal with each other every day. I deal with Titan. I talk to him every freaking day. RC, all of you guys, we know each other. We're more than friends. The person that we know the least here, we spent at least a year with. So it's a project that we wanted to start from the community that's been working around, but also to start from the hub of the blockchain, or the future hub of the blockchain.
Yeah, definitely. I can see the fact that you guys are not, as you've said, you're not developing something to just to test the market. Let's see if this works. If not, there maybe can be 50 other ideas. the fact that you guys are incorporating not utility, so many variables, the networking, as Naga was saying, what kind of caught my eye the most, not just the fact that, as I've said, I've been waiting for a NFT times music itself, hip hop, because I'm a fan. Who isn't? But in particular, I think it has the most reach. You could have tried jazz, but I mean, let's face it. I don't know many people that listen to jazz. Hip hop
Oh
has
yeah.
has so many roots. Don't tell me you're a jazz fan. I mean, I'm sorry. No offense to anybody
No,
here, of course.
yeah, I'm not a jazz fan, but just to add a precision, we are starting with hip hop, but of course, we are open-minded. Myself, I'm listening to a wide variety of things, including jazz, classical, and other things. But we are also focusing on electro. For example, I'm myself a producer. I'm producing music and electronic music, and that's where we want to go as well. If you guys know, for example, about the Boiler Room or the Cercle or any other organization, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to start traveling around worldwide and start creating those events. That's exactly why I mentioned brands like Supreme or any other brands, because the story behind Supreme is pretty awesome, because that's not just the brand, that's like the whole culture and everything. And the fact that we are starting here in Dubai is even better, because everything first, everything is possible in Dubai, and you have space to build everything you want, because Dubai just started 20 years ago, really. So that gives us the space to go really, really big.
Into Dubai myself, so I can only imagine that you guys know exactly what you're talking about. I think what kind of develops even more the project is that if we would have chosen, maybe I'm gonna be kind and say last year as a period when NFTs started to appear, like let's say mushrooms after rain. Pretty much every day had at least 5 to 10 collections of NFTs on Solana, but what was the utility behind those? None. Back then, I don't think anybody supported NFTs. It was just the hype of the moment. Hey, did you see the lion times wolf NFT? Yeah, I meant it too. Quick flipped, made the profits, so on and so forth. What brings it even more as a hype right now, but as a long term, let's say feasible project, is the fact that you guys are incorporating utility with a mass adoption. That's why I've stated, not that I dislike jazz or rock or whatever, but there are certain key factors that you can start off. And again, this is just my honest opinion. I think hip hop would have been and is the best choice. Probably the let's say the best pillar of music. Electro as well. If you do trance, I'm a fan. Any type of trance music that you can think of, be it progressive, being vocal, doesn't matter. I'm a fan, of course. Let me know, because I know everybody here wants to know, and I think this is gonna probably cover more of Zoo and Ash's area of expertise. Tell me about marketing. We started off in Dubai, as Naga said, because, and I quote, everything is possible there. Um, what about your, let's say, innovations in terms of marketing? Because, and again, you guys are not targeting just the crypto space of Phoenix or of other groups. You guys are targeting everybody. Everybody knows hip hop. Everybody loves NFTs. Blockchain, sure. I mean, it maybe sounds complicated, but it isn't. So definitely, you have the floor. Tell me more about the marketing.
Do you want to start or you want me to?
No, just start.
I give you.
All right. So basically, for Cryptware itself, we have divided the marketing into 3 phases. The first phase, which is the Genesis phase, and that's what we talked about earlier, is a phase where we're going to focus 80% on the blockchain. And basically, that's already existing investors, people from the NFT world, people from the crypto world, and so on and so forth, and 20% on real life people. And from there, after the mint, we're going to be moving slowly and balancing a little bit the percentages. And the idea is basically to move and to start bringing on board people from the fiat world. And that's why we don't have Shaman with us today, who's our smart contract dev. But basically, we will be incorporating PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard payments, so people don't need to go through the whole process of actually going through the blockchain, having Ethereum in their wallet, and so on, to be able to mint or to be able to do the transactions or whatever. And from there, we're moving into the actual 80% real life, 20% blockchain marketing split. And the idea is really to get on board right now people that are going to be long-term investors. So we're really not looking for flippers. If you're looking to flip something, like, please find another project. We're right now, we want supporters. We want people who are believing in the vision. We want people who are going to mint, but also not look at, okay, well, the floor price is now 2 ETH all night, 20x, 30x, 10x, whatever. I'm going to flip that. But we're really looking for people that are going to support the whole vision going forward, because we have special gifts for our holders, not just the C app, not just the things that Naga discussed, but other things that we're going to be moving forward with that right now we can be sharing with you. But throughout the course of our marketing and our development in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be sharing with everyone. And that's why we are here at Phoenix, because another thing that we want to do is we have been very selective with the communities we work with. Everyone who you will see us talking to are not people that are randomly chosen, or we just went and let's say, oh yeah, this place has a nice community and AMAs and so forth. Actually, we've talked to all the community owners, and we've selected them as people that are going to be supporting the projects going forward, and their friends and so on and so forth. And that's because we want to keep the selection process and we want to keep the contribution process within these communities of believers. So we don't want investors, we want believers. We want people that are going to go the extra mile with us, because at the end of the day, for me, for you, for anyone here, minting something at $300 might not be a big step. But if you look at, let's say, Bored Ape, a yacht club a couple of years ago, it minted at 0.08, I believe. Look at the floor price right now. And that's because there are people like the one that I showed you, Zoo and Naga earlier, who minted 10 apes and actually didn't flip them. They kept on holding them. And that's why the community of Bored Ape is so massive. And if you look at if you go now to Twitter, and this is where we're doing most of our marketing, other than community marketing, Twitter and Discord, if you look there, you'll see that people that minted, and the majority of people that minted the Bored Apes are still working together. They've grown together. We were talking last time about Michaela, if you remember, guys. Michaela now, from minting the Bored Ape, is now actually an advisor in NFT in Dubai. So really, it created this whole ecosystem of people working together, this whole ecosystem of people that benefited from being part of that early community to become something. And that's what we want to do. We want everyone who's involved to, at the end of the day, get something out of this, whether that is experience, whether there is financial freedom, whether that is a purpose, whether that is, again, being part of the private parties, joining the private events, having private allocations for like specific clothing lines that are not available or exclusive, or so on and so forth. But really, like, it's a whole encompassing plan that we're trying to achieve here, and not really for the foreseeable future. It's really, we want to do it really for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years. And then when we look back, we see that, oh, well, this project or this company started in Dubai, now it's global. And these are the people that have been holding the pillars. And we obviously not expect everyone to hold, but at least we expect the people who hold to be part of this whole journey with us.
I guess what we also got to add at this point, like, Alex was talking about our marketing in general and how we divide it or split it up, because there's like, on the one side, we want those real life use case investors. You got to imagine here in Dubai, like since a couple of months, you're only allowed to actually advertise your crypto project if you are really based in Dubai and you got your LLC at least here. So like what we're doing, apart from the casual marketing, the casual Telegram, whatever marketing, like we're also working with real life marketing agencies together. And yeah, we also having billboards here and stuff where people actually can see their NFTs and can see their stuff, which would also bring some hype, I assume.
Yeah, and if I can add something to this regarding the other side, which is working with influencers, artists, and producing content, we have pretty strong marketing plan. So, for example, and I think that has never been done before. You guys seen our first music video, which will be reaching 35 to 40 million views at some point pretty soon. But the next thing coming here is the NFT teaser. And our NFT teaser will be featured with the same artist. And that's going to be a song, a 2-minute music video in 3D, fully branded with Cryptware. And we're going to do a big event around that. We're going to release a countdown video on YouTube for 24 hours in the Cryptware lab in 3D. People will be watching this. 100,000 of people will be watching this. And the good thing behind music, guys, and especially on YouTube, you have a lot of guys, a lot of channels making reaction video about those songs and videos, right? So, for example, for the first music video, when we released it, we had more than 200 different YouTubers that made reaction video analyzing the MV. And some of them got 200,000 views, others got 500K, etc., etc. So imagine the NFT teaser being released with the same artist in a nice song with a beautiful 3D animation that I'm taking care of myself, and having hundreds of people reacting to that NFT teaser, looking at every detail, posing here, and just, you know what I mean? We're going to have QR code and this and that in that NFT teaser. And the NFT teaser will definitely reach 5, 10, 15, 20 million views. And this will happen right after the allow list phase. So that's what I keep saying on every single AMA. This is your best chance now to try to get on the allow list, because once we're going to release the second teaser, everything will just accelerate like crazy. And keep in mind, guys, that we are not sharing everything. We have news that and deals that we already signed, big things coming that we are going to reveal soon. You know, so again, that's the whole point here. We just, with the numbers we have, we can just, you know, go to any random Telegram group, give like 100 whitelists per group, and making sure that everything is already pre-minted within less than 3 days. But we want holders, you know, we want to start building a community. And this is exactly what we are doing now.
Yes, indeed, Nagazu and Ash and the team itself, the you know, pretty much everybody else from the team, you guys are networking in a unseen and unheard way so far. The way that you're connecting, and you will actually succeed to connect your investors with the blockchain, with the community, with the team. It's so far, I'll say it's outstanding, at least from my perspective. I've seen projects try to do it in the past, but yeah, it's just that you guys took some variables that were never touched on the crypto space. And I think in terms of marketing, this is just a statement that I would like to make. Once you guys actually have the collection out there and that you start to mint it, people are gonna realize what you're bringing to the space itself, and the project is gonna pretty much market for itself. Sure, you guys are still gonna have a lot of work to do, Zoo and Ash. So definitely, I don't think it's gonna be easy for you guys, but the foundation is there. I mean, I'm caught into this ecosystem, and it's not even live yet. But and again, another thing that it kind of brings a lot of confidence and hype, at least to me, and I think I speak for the community, is the fact that you guys are preparing pretty much everything to have it ready before the minting phase. Sure, a lot of things, as you said, Naga, are perhaps NDA at this point in time, and we're not expecting to find out everything. These are actually the things. I think, Ash, you covered the fact that several collections went for 0.08 or whatever amount, and then at this point in time, you're looking at a couple of Ethereums. Their all-time high being maybe even higher than that. This is what long-term means, in my opinion. Sure, everybody thinks it's a good investment to flip an NFT, but what happens when you flip an NFT at a 2x It doesn't even matter if you mint it for 1 Ethereum or zero point 0.5. And then that one signs a partnership, as Naga said, with Adidas or Nike or whatever, and it does 50x. What are you going to feel as an investor? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to advise anybody to sell or don't sell. If you believe in this, mint it and find out for yourself. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Before we actually dive into some of the community questions, because I can see them that they're a bit anxious. What features would you say we didn't actually touch? Is there anything that I failed to ask? I kind of skipped some of the standard questions because I wanted to go more on the way that you guys vision this. But again, if you want to make any additional comments, then please go ahead.
Yeah, Will, I would say that we forgot to mention something like what we want to achieve with Cryptware. So again, Cryptware will be here to make sure that we are connecting people, creative people. Whether you're in the music industry, you have your own clothing brand, you're doing painting, music, art, or any sort of art. We want to start connecting people. We want to create, that a culture around the project, and which means that in the future, of course, we want to start developing tools and places for those creative people to, for example, work with each other, connecting them, sell their arts, etc., etc. Again, as I said, the good thing with this project is that we are starting literally before to even launch the socials and everything. We were already starting with our partners and influencers, etc., etc. So we have a big community. We have a lot of eyes on us, and now our main plan is to start revealing talented people around the world, not necessarily connected to hip hop. That can be, again, electro. If you guys know, for example, about people like Travis Scott, who's doing featuring with any kind of artist, because it's just mainly art, that's the exact same thing here. I don't want you guys to think that we're in the niche of the hip hop and streetwear culture and you have to be, no, that's just like, as long as you are creative, as long as you are something to share or something, to a story to tell, that can be a short movie, that can be a book, that can be anything. That's what we want to do, like, connecting people together and showcasing their creativity to the world, basically. That's the only thing I want you to add.
Definitely, thanks for that, Naga. That was actually gonna be one of my questions, but you kind of answered it with the long-term vision, which is kind of hard to to emphasize because you guys have so many things in mind. I doubt you have the time. Even if we spend even at least 6 hours, you guys are still not gonna be able to share everything that you have in mind. I see the passion that you have when presenting this product. So definitely, I'm accepting everything that you can add. Only thing that I would like to state before I ask some of the community questions is that I personally love, and this is coming from me, I don't know if I speak for the community, probably yes, probably for all the communities. I love the fact that you guys as a team, you have such a vast experience. Even as traders, as investors, you know exactly how to reach over to the people and what are their needs. And as I've said at the moment, I think in terms of competition, this typically is one of my questions, but I'm going to make it as a statement right now. In order not to bore you guys in the community with my long comments, I personally think that in terms of competition, when it comes to that, there's little to no competition, at least from all, if you look at all the angles. Sure, there were some NFTs related to music, there were some NFTs related to streetwear, but take it all together, combine them, develop an LLC, make an ecosystem, you name it, it's not out there. That's basically my statement before we jump into some of the community questions. I don't know if you guys agree or not. Definitely feel free to contradict me.
No, that's fine. And the only thing I'm going to add is that this is exactly why, for example, we had the opportunity to launch our token at the same time. That would have been the easiest thing to do, but we want to take our time. And that's another way to reward the NFT holders, because you can imagine that right now with the amount of interactions we have, we can easily launch a token that can do a couple of X. But what we want to do with the token is just we want to wait for the latest stage after a month, after a few months, when when Cryptware is well known in this industry, and launching the token once we are ready. And we want to reward the NFT holders and give them access to the token before everyone else. We want to directly launch on a central exchange, and that's going to be one of the big rewards for the NFT holders. And that's the whole thing behind this project. We are taking our time. We are making sure that we are doing things correctly, and launching the token right now. I mean, it doesn't help, right? We are just we just want to be patient with that. We want to focus on the NFT, which will be the trigger, then the building the brand and the name of Cryptware and the clothing brand, the partnerships, etc. Once we are well known, then we're going to start releasing things about the token.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense, and definitely, I would have so many things to add from my perspective, but let me give the community some opportunities to ask some of the questions, if this is okay with you guys, if you're ready.
Sure.
Let's see. Who do we have here? Lobapo. I think I didn't butcher your name. Hopefully, you are unmuted. Ask your question.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hey, Loba. Yeah, we can.
Okay, thank you. As I see in your white paper, Cryptware NFT marketplace is gonna be live with PayPal integration. So may I know how is it gonna happen? It's gonna be a really big move, I guess.
Yeah. So just to clarify that, the first season or the first mint phase and with the 5,000 NFT, we will be simply releasing it on the OpenSea, because we are just thinking about the simplest way to do it. OpenSea is well known, has the mass adoption, and everyone knows about OpenSea, etc., etc. Then for a second phase, we're going to release a different kind of NFTs, not necessarily those characters, but as I said, we're going to have mixtapes, we're going to have clothing brands, we're going to have events, right? So if you take the example of clothing brands, you can imagine us partnering with an existing brand and releasing, doing a collaboration with them, releasing 100 or few hundred pieces. And the only way to get the hoodie, the t-shirt, or the clothes is to buy the NFT behind it. First, that will give you a certain value, because if you want to resell it later, then you have the NFT. You can be sure that no one will be able to copy the clothes, and etc., etc. Then that's exactly where the PayPal integration and the fiat integration comes in, because if you want to target more people and if you want to target the mass, you don't want your audience to start creating their MetaMask wallet or to start creating this and that. You want to have your own marketplace on your own website, and you just want people to connect to just buy through PayPal and connect create their account and buy through PayPal. So that's exactly what we are trying to do. And PayPal will come at a second phase. The good thing with that is, as I said, the full team is here in Dubai, and we forgot to mention that, but now we are basically merging two different companies. So Zoo here, as well as Shaman and Deep Apes that you're going to meet soon, they already set up their own software company here in Dubai. So we are going to merge our skills and experience, and we already started to develop the PayPal integration and everything that comes with it.
Awesome. Thank you for the question, and thank you for the answer as well. I think I saw one. Okay, there is for some people that actually joined later. Let me ask this again. I asked in the beginning, how can members get whitelisted for minting your CNFTs?
Joining our socials, that's the most important. You have to follow the Twitter, you have to follow the Discord, you have to join Telegram to keep on.
So the easiest way, sorry to cut you, Naga, but the easiest way right now in the current phase is to actually join our Discord and reach level 5. That's the easiest way right now to get allow listed. Otherwise, the other ways that are available is to join the pre-mint. But again, the pre-mint is not a guaranteed allocation. However, the grinding, the level 5 is a guaranteed allocation.
Yeah, because in fact we want to give the allow list to people that are actually interested in the project. So by joining the Discord and try to be active and discuss with the community with us and participating to a few events that we have, that will show us that you guys are really interested not only in the NFT but the project itself. So yeah, that's the best way to get it.
Awesome. Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
The people grinding it are deserving it.
Yeah, in the end, I think it all comes down to the, let's say, to the way people actually understand your concept. Because to share an allow list, I cannot get used to this term, but still, to actually share just based on grinding, it would mean for me to join Discord right now, type a bunch of crap fast, or at the time allowed, there may be a slow 1 minute, and then expect for me to mint it. What would you guys think? Am I a long-term holder, or am I looking for a flip? I'm definitely looking for a flip. Come on, who am I lying to? So yeah, that's the thing.
Our mods are not gonna have this shit. Like, obviously there are those people just copy pasting some random text in there, but like, not here. Not here, bro.
Yeah, and another, this is again, let's say, an incentive to the community, showing that you guys are interested in your. You guys are doing things your own way. You could have said, okay, sure, everybody gets in. If you guys want to mint, okay. If not, not. But yeah, it's all about the community. You guys respect your community, they respect you, and yeah, that's a strong collaboration. It cannot get stronger than that. Let's see. Jubenga, okay, a familiar face. There you go. Ask your question, brother.
Hey, bro. Thanks for the opportunity.
Hey.
Where project group, you're looking very good. Thanks for coming to our community as well. I just have a little question for the project. Firstly, I would love to know the plan you're having, because checking through your roadmap, I think you're having a robust roadmap. I would love to know where you are exactly in your roadmap, and what should we be expecting from the roadmap, probably in shortest period of time. And with respect to the price of the NFT, I actually see you're having a great NFT, but will the price of the NFT be the same, or the price you're going to change with respect to the categories of the NFT? And the lastly question I would love to ask, I would love to know the plan you're having because this is a project that doesn't have competitors. I must be frank with you. I would love to know the plan you're having to extend this kind of project to a community where English is not even spoken, to spread to expand the project, like Spanish community, like other community, like Chinese community, stuff like that. So are you looking onto that aspect, so that you sustain the project for a very long time and you have a great long-time holders?
Mm-hmm. So to answer your questions regarding the roadmap, as of today, what we did is we released, as promised, the first music video that got millions of views from a collaboration with a big name in the music scene. Crypt has been featured already, and that's just the beginning, by more than 300 YouTube channels. We are working on the official teaser. We are signing deals with brand and creators, and we are already partnering with well-known companies in the MENA region, so in the United Arab Emirates mainly. We got some press releases and articles. We are working on our Dubai Yacht Party that will happen after minting, and we already started the giveaway and competitions. When it comes to, and I'm sorry if I'm just mixing your questions because I don't remember the order. When it comes to the competition, it is true that in crypto you have a lot of competitions, but as well as in the music industry, right? If you look at the music industry right now, or even the clothing brands or anything, you have a lot of competition. But if we are talking about music right now, I challenge you to find me artists that are generating more than almost 30 million views in 3 weeks, right? That's what we mean. We have the proof of work. That's what I said from the beginning. We are working with artists, and we worked with different companies. I've been creating myself a music video in collaboration with Universal Music, Sony Music for artists and video games such as Valorant, if you guys know it. And we already worked with big names, and we already come here to you guys to say there is no competition for us, because even big artists from the US don't get those views, don't get those interactions, don't get this and that. So now, when it comes to the competition, our goal is to basically create events in a way that we want to create innovative ways to do music or to do art, right? Using not only the blockchain technology, but using the latest technology, so hologram technology, VR technology, augmented reality technology, and you can imagine the kind of music show we can do, fashion show we can do, and you're going to see it soon during our next AMAs. You're going to see what we mean by trying to do different things, because that's the whole point. The whole point behind the project is that you want people to talk about you, right? And the way to do that is just by breaking those rules and trying to make different things and trying to, you know what I mean, to always push the limits. And that's the beautiful things behind the NFT, because NFT is a way to do crowdfunding in a pretty fast way and raise a community, and then everything becomes possible because you have the budget, you have the team, you have the contacts, you have the creativity, and yeah. What was your last question? I know that you have 3 questions. I forgot the last one. I'm sorry. Jibenga.
Okay. Yeah. I said lastly, I would love to know the plan you're having to expand the education of this project to a non-English speaking community, like Chinese community or Spanish community, that will assist this project for a very long time.
Okay. So if you look at our first, Cryptware works as season, right? The first season, the season 1, is focused on North Africa and Middle East, right? This is where it starts, right? Because we have to start somewhere, which means that we selected an artist and we did a partnership. We created his own NFT, and his name is Didin. He's making it right now. Literally, he's really big. He's he's gonna be on a TV show on Netflix soon. He's gonna have like featuring with US artists, etc. And we start with Didin. But when I mean partnering, creating his NFT, it's not just about creating the 3D and say, okay, just talk about the project. No, that's just creating a whole universe behind him, like a whole concept. Then our goal, how to expand to other countries and communities, it's just about partnering with different people. So if we are talking about Spain, you can collaborate with an artist from Spain in the music industry, streetwear, clothing industry, or any creative way. Same for China, same for the US, same for Europe, you know. And that's how we're going to reach the community. Our plan is to get, if we are targeting, for example, the UK tomorrow, we want to look at the culture there. Now, if we are talking about the hip hop culture, it's the drill. We want to reach out to an artist and start collaborating with him. The good thing is, from our experience, it's not only, we're not just going to reach out to people and say, hey, we have money, do you want an NFT? And we're just going to give you a share. No. We're just going to go to him and let's build something. Let's create a 3D music video. Let's do a holographic show. Let's do a virtual event. Let's do different things, you know. We have those contacts. We have contacts with Hublot, Adidas, or whatever. Let's start creating something. And that's how we want to reach out to influencers and different artists. And that's how we are going to get those communities, you know. So you get the artist, and then you get the fan base of the artist, and everyone will talk about you.
Like how Naga, you've been throwing random hints here and there without saying too much.
I mean, also so far nobody said a word about the metaverse.
Okay,
exactly.
That's very true. Yeah.
But in crypto space, aside from you getting in touch with the artists in different area, in crypto space we have a community like a Spanish community, like Chinese community that contribute so well in crypto community that these are the investors that will hold a very long time to a project. Once you educate them about your project and they believe in the project, they tend to hold the project for a very long time, and they will assist you in building more market cap. So that is why I'm
Definitely.
asking about the Chinese community. It's all about education. This is a great concept. Once you educate them, let them know your concept. They will sincerely subscribe to that.
Definitely, I totally agree with you, and trust me, I'm not underestimating any community, whether it's the Chinese community, Nigerian community, Turkish community, Indonesian community, Malaysian community. But the only thing is just we don't want to start, we have to be careful, right? Because if you want to create a good product, you have to focus in one aspect or one place and then develop it there and then move on to something else or expand it. We just don't want to start, right now creating a thousands group for every single country. And you know what I mean? If we have like an artist from the US and North Africa, because the culture is different from a country to another one, right? So if we are going through targeting the US or the East, that might be another thing with the West. But then look, the K-pop or the J-pop, that's a totally different market. It's a really huge market, and that's something we can target as well at some point. But yeah, again, step by step, we just, but we have that in mind, of course.
Great. Thank you. I think this is a great project. I'm really bullish about it. Thanks, Alex, for the opportunity, brother.
Definitely. Thanks for the questions, Jupenga. One of them was supposed to be my question. I typically tend to ask what you do with for other communities, but definitely thanks, Jupenga, for that. My question is, I don't know if this is gonna make sense or not. You guys said you're gonna have a collection of 5,000 NFTs. Would you have a minting period? As in, it's going to be open for, let's say, a week or so, and after that, closed, nobody can mint them ever?
That's a good question. We are still discussing that, right? Because we are focusing more on the holders than selling everything, right? So for us, we just focusing rather on quality rather than quantity. But I would say that we're going to have multiple phases during the minting. But at some point, of course, the plan is not to leave the minting for a month and month and month, but we are still discussing that, and we're going to confirm that as soon as we have a final solution with this.
I see, because I can only assume that the second question wasn't actually going to be answered. What happens if you guys don't mint the entire collection? Not to spoil anything, what are your options? But again, I think you didn't decide this yet, right?
No, yeah, we didn't decide it yet, and I don't want to do any random answer just to answer the question.
I had an idea or what I think you could do, but again, if it's not decided, doesn't even matter. You guys will probably figure this if
no,
if
we already have few ways, a few directions that we want to take, but I just don't want to confirm anything until we have the final answer. Don't get me wrong. We know exactly what the options we have, but right now, as long as we don't confirm it, we are not gonna communicate about it.
Still, I'd be interested, Alex. What would be your approach when you said you would have an idea for that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, depending on your let's say stages of minting, because I only assume at this moment that you guys are not going to limit yourself to one stage. Sure, I mean, if the collection is a huge hit, I mean, unexpected, it mints from, let's say, day one, then my entire point right now is kind of redundant. But if it doesn't, I would assume that aside for your genesis phase, you guys are going to go into a second or third stage, and at some point, let's assume you guys are going to mint 50%. The other 50% could actually either be used in royalties. You guys probably know better what I'm talking about, or several stages of burn, with let's say additional incentive towards your holders, being how the maybe weird comparison how the Bitcoin halvings go each 2 years or each 3 years. You guys could use each quarter to burn, let's say, 10% of the remaining NFTs, and therefore increasing the value for your original holders. That was just an idea. I don't know if that's actually on your plan or not.
Those are some of the options we're looking at. Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
as you said, I'm actually, like we're not really calculating with them, not settling. Like, don't get me wrong. Like as we said, we got this pre-mint where we like it was filled within 3 minutes. So not too worried about that. But nevertheless, we gotta still consider options if the case would happen here.
yeah, of course, we're not even focusing on that particular. If this doesn't go well, what should we do? Because you guys have huge adopters, early adopters, and this is what you're relying upon. I was just curious to know if it's not like I had a brilliant idea, because it only makes sense for you guys to do even more than what we spoke. But I was curious to see if my idea actually made sense or not in any way.
No,
Well, regarding seeing it from a general NFT view, yes, this would make sense. But like we're right now actually not really planning with this. But yeah, nevertheless, like we will be prepared. Like no worries.
Yeah, I'm not even concerned. I know you guys are prepared for pretty much everything. So definitely, let's see. Maybe our last question. Who do we have? It's Elvis. Oh, it's Elvis Ford. Elvis Ford, you are unmuted. Give us a question, Elvis.
Hey there. Hi guys, how you doing? So, just wanna know, will there be any related game about Crypt on its ecosystem also? And do you have any plan to advertise it on Twitch streamers like Shop, if you know him, or anyone else?
I'm sorry, your mic is acting up a little. Like, do we plan to advertise it where?
Advertise on Twitch streamers, on like famous ones like Shroud, Ninja, etc.
Yeah, so that's a good question, because as I said, outside of cryptware, from our experience, we already work with gaming industry, right? So if you go on our website, you will be able to see it. But we've been working, for example, with Riot Games. Myself and Young, we've been shooting a music video here in Dubai, featuring different artists and the video game where we did VFX, 3D, etc., etc. And that's exactly why I mentioned Travis Scott before, because if you know about Travis Scott and his universe, his world, that's at the end of the day, that's just a geek who's creating different stuff, links to clothing brands, etc., etc. And that's exactly the direction we want to take. Myself, I'm a big player, and I used to play. I know I don't have the time, unfortunately, but I used to play day and night on any kind of video games. I've been learning how to create video games from few softwares, and definitely we want to go to that direction. Now, if we want to collaborate with Twitch streamer, we need to have the content that they have to share, right? But we are open to any kind of creative ways to talk about us. And that's exactly what I mean when I say that we want to start creating innovative ways to do music or art. That can be through video games, that can be through different things. And that's exactly the direction we want to take. So yes, to answer your question, Twitch streamer and those kind of things are literally part of the plan. We just need to create the content for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Best of luck to the project, man.
Yeah. And by the way, if I can add something, because there is something, as you say, that we didn't mention, which is the metaverse, right? The reason why we don't talk about it too much is because we don't want to be like those projects just directly saying, yeah, we're going to do the big metaverse and etc., etc. The metaverse is already under development. It's going to be come if you look at the roadmap at the latest stage of the short-term project, so within a year from now. And the metaverse will be basically a 3D app or game developed with Unreal Engine, and that's going to be a social platform where we're going to have all our virtual events. So when we collaborate with brands and we're going to have virtual fashion shows, we're going to have virtual concerts, we're going to have virtual, like any virtual things related will happen there. We're going to have competitions, raffle platform, etc., etc. So that's for example, might be a good thing to promote through Twitch streamers.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for the question, Elvis, and thanks for the thanks also for adding up with the metaverse. I know we kind of actually nobody tackled this. My vision on the metaverse itself. You know how last year everybody was minting NFTs without typically understanding what are they. We knew about the NFTs, but nobody actually understood that you can bring utility to them, or maybe nobody thought it would have been just easier to release a collection and see where it goes. I think this is how the metaverse looks today. Even I invested in some plots and lands, and I have no idea if they're going to be useful or not. But let's say I wanted to be one of the cool kids. Everybody was doing it. I said, yeah, sure, let's spare some dollars. I'm going to do it. But I think in a couple of months, maybe a year, maybe two, we will probably get the full idea of what the metaverse stands for. How does it integrate within the other blockchain features, with the NFTs, with the utility of the NFTs, and pretty much what can we do in the so-called metaverse, and why were we actually buying the lands? That's what I think about the metaverse. We're still at a super early stage. I don't know if you guys want to add something to that. I personally don't even have more to add on the metaverse because, as I've said, I think we're still super early to it on the features and concepts. Yeah.
Yeah, metaverse, metaverse is kind of everywhere now, but it's a thing that exists since years, right? Through online video games, MMORPG, and those kind of stuff. When you guys played GTA San Andreas and or GTA Vice City or GTA 3, if you guys are young enough, or even once before, when you buy a house there or a virtual car and you bring your car to the garage, and lately with the latest GTA, when you meet your friends in GTA, and go rob a bank or whatever. This is the metaverse. Fortnite is the metaverse, and all those games are the metaverse. The metaverse is just a place, a virtual place where you can have a new identity and you can express yourself and be whoever you want. So now it's just about, as you say, integrating the blockchain technology into that and merging them to create a new space where actually you can do anything you want in there and spend your money and this and that. So to me, the metaverse is a quite simple concept. And unfortunately, I feel like people are overcomplicating it. But yeah, that's the direction we want to take, of course.
Definitely, yeah. It does make sense, Naga. And as you said, the metaverse and even the NFTs have been for quite some time. I'll say probably for at least since we saw the first, let's say, evolved 3D games. Probably, I don't think you could have let's say had NFTs in 2D games. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I was too young. But everybody played some modern games where you can get weapon skins or some companionships and so on and so forth. Those within the basic concept are NFTs. So when we actually saw the NFTs and the metaverse itself on crypto, everybody thought, wow, this is such a cool concept. Sure, but if you strip it down to its original keys, you already know what they are. Just that you never thought about putting them into the blockchain, as we never thought about seeing Bitcoin and Solana and so on and so forth. Everybody probably knew since the beginning what Bitcoin is, but nobody knew what it did. So now everybody's like, wow, have you heard of Bitcoin? Yeah, of course. A guy actually bought pizza with it. Come on, everybody knows about Bitcoin. But definitely, with your permission, gentlemen, I don't know if it's too late, I would like to take one more question, if that's okay with you.
Sure, of course.
Awesome, perfect. Let's go with Benova. Benova, you're unmuted. Give us a good question.
Thank you for this opportunity, Alex. Nice project, Cryptoware. My question is, do you have any plans? I mean, going on tour. I mean, just to sensitize the non-crypto musicians, you know. Do you get me? Hello?
Can you repeat that? Do you have any plan going on what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, are you planning on going on tours? I mean, just to expand your marketing strategy, you know, to inform the general public. I mean, you know, when on what I mean is that when you go on tour, you get to, you know, market your product by, you know.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we are doing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear. Do you have anything to add?
Oh my God.
Can you hear me at least? So I will answer your question. Just confirm me if you can hear me. I'm just going to wait for a few until you fix your mic. Well, that session is recorded anyway, so I think I can start answering the question and you're going to be able to listen to it. Yeah, we already started with that. I mean, targeting artists that are not necessarily connected to the blockchain industry. That's exactly what we are doing. Our first partner is not a crypto investor. He's really doing his best on his own thing. And we are just collaborating with him and using our experience to get his community and build a new concept around him. And then through the competitions that we already started, like the beat making competition, we are targeting beat maker. Doesn't mean that they have to hold tokens or whatever. They just have to be creative. And that's what I mean by connecting people. So that's exactly the thing we are doing. And again, as I said, now the goal will be to start hunting for different creative people and start collaborating with them, start creating new moves and partnerships and TV shows, documentaries, Netflix shows, and all this kind of stuff. I hope that this answers your question.
Thanks for that, Naga. Sorry for the issues with your mic, Benova.
That's fine.
Probably one more thing that I mean, I think it comes into perspective and as an addition. I probably Zoo mentioned it at some point. I'm not sure, or Ash. The fact that you guys are not limited, or are not limiting people to purchase only with crypto, and you will introduce and adopt PayPal and Mastercard and Visa, so that you can bring more fiat people into the space. Reason being, as I've said from the beginning, at least in my opinion, the fact that you guys are not strictly related to a niche. You have various areas of expertise, and it only makes sense for you to share this opportunity to pretty much everybody. You got cash, you're welcomed. You got crypto, even more. We're on a blockchain, so definitely, well received amongst us. That I think comes into addition to kind of Benova's question in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we have just one more hand raised, and I would definitely feel bad if we don't take his question as well. Sir Chief, you are our last question for the evening. Definitely unmuted. Give us a question.
Thank you very much, Alex, for a nice opportunity. So much. I love your presentation. I love boldly about your project.
Thank you
for that. So my question is, you guys talked about sponsorship of how to rap. You guys are going to sponsor them. I don't know if I'm right.
I'm really sorry, Sir Chief. Half of your questions got cut out with your mic. If you can repeat that.
Okay. I was saying in the beginning of the AMA, you guys talk about you guys will be sponsoring those that can rap. I don't know.
I think it has some sponsorships, maybe, Sir Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sir Chief, because it's
those that can rap. I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, perfectly. Yeah, if you can repeat that one more time, it would be great. Thanks.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, you can say you guys will be sponsoring those that can rap. I don't know if you remember.
Yep.
Okay, now in terms of languages, now I don't know. Will you guys be differentiating the languages to do the rapping? Is it going to be only English speaking people that will be included, or other languages will be included as well?
Other languages will be included. If you look at our first music video, it's in Arabic. It's not even in English, and we are pretty open-minded, as I say. So we don't have any language barrier, and we are not only also looking at the hip hop industry, that can be singers or musicians, like producers and everything. So to answer your question, definitely we are looking at every single community, as long as the person have some talent, creative, and we feel that we can make something out of it.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, in part of your NFT, I just want to know, is it going to be possible for someone to swap NFTs? Maybe after getting a particular NFT, you want to get a favorable one, the one he wants, then he can now swap it. Is it possible?
For the first phase, we won't have swapping system. I mean, the only way to get the NFT you want for the first phase would be to go on OpenSea, look at the NFT you want, and make your offer. And if the NFT holders wants to sell it, then you're gonna have it. But swapping system is a great way indeed to do the interactions we want. And again, as I said, we want to make sure that we do things step by step. So, for example, we already have mystery box and breeding ready, but that's going to come on another season, on the season 2, right? So, as I said, and just to add something to this, what we want to do is that for each season, and to keep the value up of the NFT, we want to make sure that the first season, for example, we're going to release the characters represented there will be used in different medias, content, and partnerships, right? The big thing around each season is that we have a big partnership. We started with an Algerian artist, but tomorrow that can be a famous DJ from the US or from Europe. That can be a brand, or a brand creator. You know what I mean? So each season will be linked to a big personality, and but when it comes to swapping, mystery box, breeding, and everything, that will come at the second season.
Okay, thank you very much. Lastly, I would like to know more about the security of this project. I want to know, how secure is your project like?
So first, we have the one of the strongest team here. We are all docs, and we are making sure that everything is transparent. We don't want to have any shadow around the project. If you go on our website right now, you can reach out to our socials. We are all docs. We have big partnerships that we're gonna announce that will confirm this. We are pretty well known around this space, so this is for the security aspects around the team. But then on top of that, we are in Dubai. We are building the legal structure behind it, and the company will be available before we even mint our launch. And if you know about Dubai, that's not the place where you want to try to do sketchy things, because you can be sent to jail pretty quick here. That's one of the places that is being watched a lot. And of course, our goal here is that we are being pretty transparent from the beginning. So when it comes to the security aspect with the D app that we have, so the C app, as I said, it's a raffle platform. You can win different prizes. You can win private keys. You can win tokens, this and that. But the prizes won't be in the database of the platform. So no one will be able to hack the platform to get private keys or anything. No. If you win a private keys, or if you win a flight ticket, or if you win any different prizes, you're going to receive a code. And then with that code, you're going to have to reach out to us on Discord on a special group, because we want to create the interaction, and then someone will check the log with your wallet to see if you really won the prize, and will then give you the prize. So this is the security behind the DApp. And when it comes to the NFT itself, unfortunately, our smart contract dev, Shaman, is not here today, but he's really experienced, and that's one of the high-skilled people I met when it comes to smart contract, and he's making sure that everything is looking solid. We made a lot of tests. He's optimizing the gas fees as much as possible. And yeah, so I hope that everything answers for your questions.
And if I might add one more thing to what Naga just said, we are also in the process. We can't tell you exactly the name right now because it's in the process, but we're in the process of being verified, but by like the one of, if not the biggest, the most stringent verification company in the space. They basically, their acceptance rate is even lower than Harvard. They actually only take 1% of the projects that apply to them. We have been accepted. We have signed the contract. We have processed everything. We are in the last steps right now with them. So probably something that we could be sharing in a couple of days as well.
Yeah. And you know, from our past experiences, our different tokens and different projects, I mean, personally, myself, I'm doxed to, and when I say doxed, I'm talking about my ID, me holding my ID, me holding a paper saying, yeah, I'm the founder of this. And I gave my ID to literally almost all the groups here on Telegram and Discord. We are well connected with different people, and people know where we are. You know, they know our real names. They know where we live. They know everything about us, you know. And as you can see from that project, we are not trying to hide anything, and that's exactly why before to start the AMAs, we made sure to release those the music video. We made sure to start to. So look, if you look at our Instagram right now, it's I was saying it was at 18K when we started that AMA. No, it's at 19.3K. So we got 1.3 K followers on Insta. So we already started all this before to even start, which added a safety part to the project as well, because then you're just joining a project that is already solid, you know. So it's another aspect of the safety thing, which means that for the investors, for the holders, they are not just we are not asking them, hey guys, can you just invest in the project and we are going to use that money to market the project. No, we're already marketing the project and then doing the minting phase.
Yeah, that's probably also an important point. Like, you know, every money we need so far we raised from ourselves. Like, there's no third-party money in this project apart from ours. So
exactly, yeah. We didn't, and we won't do a private sale with the holders. The only thing that's gonna happen is a pre-mint. That's it. But yeah, as you said, we raised the fund from our personal funds ourselves. You know. So we are using our own money, time, and energy into that project. Fully transparent, docs on camera, and you can find our socials. We are reachable and everything.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Alex, for the opportunity. I think I'll come to your Telegram and ask you more about your partnership and other things. Thank you.
Sure, no worries.
Definitely, Sir Chief. Thanks a lot for the questions. Those were quite insightful. Very nice way of thinking things. I would say this is for everybody here and for the team. I would think that we kind of mentioned everything and we kind of answered all the questions, at least the ones that I've seen. So, gentlemen, what I would like to do right now, I would like to make my own ending statement about the project. Then I'll give you the floor, either all of you or which one of you wants to make your ending statement, and we will wrap up what I consider to be probably one of the most successful AMAs I've been in. And trust me, I've hosted a lot of them, but we're kind of closing on an hour and a half, and I still have some let's say energy in me. If this okay with you, I'm going to start with my ending statement, then I'm going to give you the floor. Is that okay?
Sure, sounds great, please.
Awesome. What else can I say that it hasn't been mentioned yet in regards to the project itself? This is coming from a potential investor and a fellow trader on the crypto space. Let's say I've been in crypto for about 2 years, and I've never seen something like you as a concept, as a team, as an idea. You're bringing a multicultural environment to this space. You're taking a lot of variables and trying, and I think succeeding in, let's say, combining them as a puzzle. You have a strong community, an organic growth. You're not bothering with botting the telegrams or twitters or Instagram or so on and so forth, because you know what impact this is going to have in the long term. You would rather have your early adopters and the people that actually understand the vision, and eventually provide the constructive feedback at some point. Because you're thinking about the NFTs and the ecosystem, you can easily, in my opinion, build a DAO, a governance based on your community. I know this probably crossed your mind. It's only normal to do so. Probably still early, but it's a thought out there. Um, by doing the things that you guys do and applying your own um, ideas to the project, I think you guys are trying to make a statement. Not only that you're going to gain monopoly because you have, I'm going to state it again, no competition. By the way things look right now, you're making the statement that you're targeting a long-term adoption and constant growth. That's the way I saw the project. That's the way I understood everything that you're trying to accomplish. I speak for the entire Phoenix community when I say thank you for your time. Again, we've been here for almost 2 hours. You guys still have the patience, the energy. I see you guys laughing. So I can only assume that you guys enjoyed this as much as I did and the members. Um, Definitely, I hope I didn't bored you guys or any of the members with my long comments and addition to your addition and so on and so forth. That's the way I do things. Now you have the floor. Give me your ending statement. And again, thanks for pretty much everything, you guys. I'm kind of speechless right now.
Well, thanks for having us first, and don't worry, it's always a pleasure for us to talk about the project. It's been like a month and month since we are working on it, and I couldn't just wait to share that with communities. And by the way, during the meeting we had with Ash today, we planned a lot of AMAs. Not only the goal wasn't to fill our groups, right? We said let's do as much as AMA as we can to talk about the project. So starting next week, we're going to start to have 2 AMAs and even 3 AMAs per day, just to discuss about the project. And don't get me wrong, if it was only me, I can speak for hours. I'm just restraining myself right now. I'm trying to make short answers because I can speak for hours about the project. But for the closing statement, I'll just say, guys, that you have in front of you a team that has a lot of experience in crypto, or we are company owners. We launched different companies here in Dubai or worldwide. We had a few different business, successful or failed, but we've learned through the process, and in crypto as well. No, this team has a lot of experience and contacts. And what we are doing here is that we are bringing those contacts and this experience and whatever we have into Cryptware before we even start. So the suggestion I'm going to make, guys, is that if you are a fan of music, whether it's hip hop, electro, metal, rock, or whatever, if you guys love chilling and playing video games, and you're a fan of the pop culture and those kind of things, that's the place we are welcoming you in Cryptware, guys, because we start in Dubai and we're already big, but we're going to get bigger through the partnerships we're going to have. And of course, guys, we couldn't mention everything. I've seen some questions regarding, so if I'm reading right now, someone asks, every innovation in technology means it must contain something about efficiency by its use case. So guys, there are a lot of things that we can't share because of NDA or because we don't want to reveal everything all at once, but we prepared a lot of things that are coming, a lot of things linked to technology and use case and everything. And that will be shared soon. When it comes to Cryptware itself, We're going to have partnerships, but the most important thing I will say is the NFT teaser that will be released in 2 weeks from now. That's your last chance, guys. If you are really interested in the project, jump on our Discord. Let's start chatting, because as soon as we release the NFT teaser, you're going to realize that everyone will be talking about that project. We're going to have 20 or more AMAs. We are going to have some pre-mint already, and by the time we release the NFT teaser, that's going to be the last opportunity. And as soon as we release the NFT teaser, every holder will be every allow listed people will be rewarded because of the interactions it's going to create. The NFT teaser will have millions of views. It will have 100 or even 200 people or more making videos about it, analyzing the NFT teaser. We got shared by Deezer. We got shared by Spotify. We have contacts within Netflix. And this is all about the culture. So we can just literally partner with brands and stuff and things that I can't mention. It's so big, I couldn't do that statement for an hour. So I'm going to stop there, guys. But if you're more curious, make sure to follow our Twitter, follow our Discord. If you're not from Discord, Twitter space, join our Telegram. But mainly we are more active in Twitter and Discord. Yeah, that's it, guys, on my side.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, like Alex, this was probably our best AMA so far. You're an awesome host, and I really enjoyed being here with you guys.
Definitely sounds good. Thanks a lot. And again, I cannot stress this enough for the community, guys. It's definitely up to you. Personally, I'm hyped for sure. I trust the vision and I trust the concept. It all comes down to the long-term utility. Let's do the research. That's what I'm saying. If you guys don't believe me, do the research for yourself. Um, and that's pretty much it. All that I had to say. Gonna thank the community for their engagement and for the questions. Very very engaging as always. Thanks to Cryptware team. Thank you for your passion, you guys. It was truly a pleasure hosting you. I hope to be able to talk to you guys again under these circumstances or another. Doesn't even matter. Maybe I'm gonna be a fortunate winner of the allow list. You never know. I'm gonna try and grind something for myself. Wish you all the best. Hope to see you guys out there, and congratulations again for your uniqueness. It was a pleasure hosting you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me and the team. Wish everybody has a good evening. It was Alex. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.